All right, you guys, y'all are gonna get tired of me posting so many videos. I just left the gym. I just recorded a video, but I kind of came up with some stuff that I wanted to share with you guys. First, while I was in the gym, I realized like me seeing the butt growth, like seeing the difference, it got me like super excited about the hard work in the gym, because it's like once you actually see it, it is cool to be like, it's working. Like it makes you want to do more, because then you can make it happen faster. And I mean, it has been a year, but like, you know, I guess over the years on and off, I've done glute work, done booty workouts and stuff, but now it's like I've kind of figured out my recipe, because I am such a quad dominant person, and I've really stuck to that for the last year. And I think part of that was kind of just being like not being so gung-ho about it, but just kind of being like, okay, I think this is the right workout for me, I'm just going with it and doing that. And then really I'm kind of trying to figure out how to lose weight. And so that was just kind of like, all right, you know, this is my workout routine, and just kind of like put it on the shelf and let it sit there. You know what I mean? Like I just kind of wasn't like, oh, okay, let's build the butt. I mean, I've always wanted to build the butt, but it wasn't like a main focus. It was just like, okay, this is my routine and I'm going to sit with it. And I think that was kind of good, because if I was like antsy about it, then I would have probably been a little more like, okay, it's not working, let me figure this out. Okay, it's not working, let me change this. And this is work now, because it does take, I mean, as far as I know, it does take that long to build muscle and stuff. So anyway, it just made me like super like excited to keep going in the gym. So all right, so just kind of like continuing to like figure this stuff out and learn and grow. To kind of sum it all up, I think the big turning point for me is that it's really about learning and achieving things and really pouring into myself, genuinely, wholeheartedly pouring into myself, and it being like one of my main focuses in life that, you know, really kind of dominates my thoughts and what I think about and what I worry about and what I put my energy into. Just about pouring into myself, which is not the easiest, because of course, you know, there's regular life and you know, time with loved ones, all that kind of stuff. So it's not the easiest, but I think it's so important for me to just make pouring into myself a big priority. And like the learning is really about, you know, failing at something, being terrible at something, learning about it, and then, you know, achieving a skill, or, you know, being able to do things better. And that makes me feel good about myself, that learning, always learning new things. And I remember years ago saying in a video, you know, I think one of the big secrets for me is like really learning. And it's, here we go, because I didn't ingrain that lesson and continue living the lesson, even though, you know, knowing it for me is one thing, actually doing it is another thing. And so even though I knew it, I haven't been putting it into play, and that learning, continual growth is like so important for me, I think. And then so I was thinking just the last video I did, I said, you know, I want to be 2 steps ahead and have these goals laid out. Well, then I was thinking while I was in the gym, I was like, all right, so I gotta like set some goals, like concrete goals, and plan them out. And my first goal is going to be to get to 100. I wrote down 110, but I'm going to say 115 pounds, because, you know, I may be at a good weight at 115. I don't want to just push to 110 for the sake of pushing to 110, because I said that was my goal. I think 115, it may be a little bit lower because I'm only 5'2", 5'3", so that's really a good weight for me. I've gotten down to 115 before, and I was in good shape. I was in good shape. I was like 22, something like that. So first goal is going to be 115 pounds. I really want to say 110. Let's say 115, because I have been working out in muscle and all that. I'm going to stick with 115. And I was thinking about it in the gym. I was like, okay, I've got to have a concrete, like believable, achievable goal, something that really like resonates with me, that I'm like really would be excited to achieve. And so for me, 115 will be good. Like if I can reach 115, that would be an awesome goal. But then I want to go ahead and have a goal after that. I need to have 3 goals. First one, second one, third one. And the goal after that, at first I was thinking, I want to kind of make a career out of this. Like, I love this. I love this, like, trying to figure life out and grow and all of that stuff. For years now, before I started my YouTube channel, I'd always gravitated to it, and it's just, sorry, I'm getting a little hot. Something I really enjoy, and I would love to be able to do something out of to make some sort of career out of this. And so my first thought was like, okay, well, let me try to get to 10,000 subscribers. That would be like a milestone. But then something inside me was like, no, that's not it. Because even though getting 10,000 subscribers would be exciting, it doesn't really like pull at me, resonate with me. And I realize that's because that's an extrinsic, I hope I'm using the right ones, extrinsic motivation. So it's like relying on things outside of myself to make me achieve something or feel good about something. So that's why, even though that would be cool, it would still be like a surface level feel good. And I want something that's really gonna like make me feel really good on the inside. And so I kept going back to like, because this has to be something concrete, has to be something that really, really like pulls at me and genuinely excites me. And it has to be like actionable. That's what I mean by like concrete, like actionable, like steps I can see the steps to get there, or kind of a idea of what steps I need to take. And it also needs to be realistic. Like, it also needs to be something like, okay, I think I can do that. And so it was kind of hard to like go for saying, okay, I want to make a career out of this, but I need to, for me, that still seems something that still feels like something that's out of reach. Because I don't know, that would be such a future long away goal that it may change between my career goal, or my goal may change between now and then. So totally forget where I was going with that. Sorry. So I was just thinking, okay, well, what's something else that really pulls at me that I would really feel like excited about, that sounds really, really fun, that I just want to do. So I was thinking like, building the podcast, because I want to start putting these on podcasts, because it's really just me like talking. So it would probably be a lot easier to hear this, like if you want to listen in your car. So by now, because I haven't uploaded a video yet as of this video, but so hopefully by now these are all on podcasts. So thank you if you're listening on podcast. And then, so from there, I was thinking, like, I'm sorry, I'm still trying to figure it out, but I was thinking maybe, like something like having guests on and interviewing people, because that's something that I really enjoy. I love like trying to understand what makes people tick, and learning about people and learning their failures and successes. Like, I feel like there's so much like juice, so much gold in learning from other people's experiences and applying it to ourselves. And like, that's something I've always done, like all the documentaries and stuff like that. I love watching those and just seeing how their journey, how people overcome things, and what makes them motivated to do those things. And anyway, so I was thinking I could do something like that. So maybe my first goal will be, to have someone on the podcast. So this is just me like planning out stuff, like, real time, I guess, like trying to figure it out. So I think my first goal is going to be get to 115, and then my next goal after that is going to be to have a podcast and interview someone. That sounds like achievable, but also like, I'll have to put some work in to get done, because I don't know where I would interview someone at. Like, I don't want to invite someone to the house, So anyway, so I just have to like figure all this out, and so I need to decide who I want to have, and then I also still need to come up with a third goal, because I think I can keep the ball rolling if I'm always having like steps ahead of goals that I want to achieve. And I have, what helped me a lot too was I had notes that I made several months back, maybe like October, because I was kind of like, okay, this is it. I've got to like figure out, you know, create this fantastic life for myself, and started listing off things that I want to achieve, things I want to do. And I kind of like, I made that list just by like kind of like free thinking, like not putting any restrictions, just like if I could do anything and it's gonna live forever, and you know, what are some cool things that if nobody knew, like what are some cool things that I just kind of gravitate to that sound fun to me. So I started like listing that. So I just started like looking at that list and kind of like grew from there, like which one is like, do I want to achieve most first, and all that kind of stuff. So I pulled from that and then kind of like sat down, was like, all right, I need actionable steps, something that I think I can achieve, but still is like a future big goal. You know, it's not something I'm going to achieve in a month. So yeah, so I guess the goals will change, but I think the main thing for me is going to be to constantly be having these goals. And for me, it's really like learning a lot of things. Like I love learning about, you know, I hate to say it, it sounds so weird, but like humans, like I think, you know, we're so similar, but we're so different. And, you know, learning about, you know, I guess really like kind of like the self-help, how we work, how our brain works, how we think about things. And, you know, I think that's all the good stuff. That's what makes us human. So anyways, thank you guys for listening, and I'll talk to you guys later.